we're not gonna use the mic tonight. We're gonna keep it pretty low key. So I hope that works for everyone. Welcome everyone tonight. It's a bit of a different night. Very quick impromptu service, and then we'll be heading over to Hanmantai, which is just over there for dinner. Bookings at 7, so plenty of time to get over there. But yeah, no, thanks for coming. Tonight we've got a really interesting, quick discussion about the YAPIC, or the Young Adult Pastoral Care team, more specifically, which will be led by a bunch of people on that team. I mean, one of the main reasons we're gathering tonight and talking about that is because we're trying to form that group, and we're trying to sort of give it some real purpose and some real drive, and we want to know what that group will look like and what we want as a young adult community and as a bigger community as well in terms of just general pastoral care. We'll get into that later. I want to do an acknowledgement of country, pay respects to the elders of the Turramurra people on whose land we gather, and extend that respect to elders past, present and emerging. May we worship gently on their land tonight. So you might have got a little lyric sheet as you came in. We're just going to blast through a quick little song. Yeah, no amplification, so it's real low key. Feel free to stand or stay seated if you prefer. But I invite you to join with me as we sing Mighty to Save. Going to hand it over to Jack.
Hey everyone. Some of you may have heard of the retreats that we've run recently for young adults, the Reuniting Retreat. And that's part of what we do as the YAPC group. But in our recent discussions, we wanted to make it pretty clear that that's not all we can do for young adults at TUC. And so we don't want the YAPIC group to become the reuniting group. There's more that we can do. With that being said, we ran it how long ago? So six weeks, maybe, around that, 6 weeks ago, for 10 of the young adults pipe tuck, and one of them was Jonty, and I asked Jonty to just give you guys a very quick, I don't know, really. I asked him just as he walked through the door, so who knows what you're going to get, but just a little bit of a reflection on what he thought about the retreat and maybe why it's something that you might like to consider in the future. So I'll hand it to you, Jonty.
So part of the joy of this retreat is that I can't actually tell you much about what you would do if you went on it, and I will keep to that because I think it's really important that you don't know. But what I will say is that I'll just tell you a little bit about really what I got out of it and what you'll probably get out of it if you go, is I really love the opportunity that it gives to ask some really pointed questions of yourself and of others and how you relate to other people, but in a setting where you don't just sit down and think about it for a bit and then let it pass on and move on to the next thing. You've actually got 3 whole days to sit in it, and it's a real process. And if you give yourself to the process, it can be, I found it really transformative and super engaging and just fun as well. Like I said, I can't really tell you how you do that, but if you go with a group of people, you spend a lot of time with the whole group, in small groups, and with yourself, and I just think it's fantastic. So if you're a young adult and you feel like you might want to go, I would push you to, yes, do it. Even if you're, maybe I want to go, I would say yes, do it. I think it's really worthwhile. So that's reuniting.
Thanks, Joseph. All right, so I thought I might tell a little bit more that still doesn't exit the grounds of what we don't want to tell you. And the reason why we don't want to tell you everything is purely because there are some things that are best done without any kind of preconceptions of what they might be like. There are some things that you might go, oh, that'll suck, oh, that'll be great. If you knew the full schedule, you might be waiting for something that maybe happens on the second day and then you miss out the whole first day because you don't place any importance on it. It encourages you to kind of be in the moment with each activity. And so that's kind of the reason why we do it. It's not secret, it's confidential. That's what we like to say. So to preserve the experience for you guys, not to maintain the information for ourselves. What I can tell you is that you'll hear some talks by whoever's running the retreat. So on the last retreat, it was led by Amelia, Claire, Max and myself. And each of us shared bits and pieces about our lives, along with some stuff that has been cultivated from quite a lot of research and experience and theology. The retreat's based on another retreat which I run as part of my job at a school, and so a lot of it's taken from that. So there's a lot of good stuff in there that's really, really good to hear, even if it's not something you necessarily agree with, just to sit on and reflect and figure out where you sit with that. So I think that's basically all on reuniting. The next one will be in January, early Jan time. So we'll be in touch with the process for how you might like to go on that, if that's something that you'd like to do. But I think those who have gone would probably encourage you to do it. There's a few people sitting amongst you now who have, and they're all nodding their heads, which is good. I'd be a bit worried if they were going like, okay. So that's reuniting. I wanted to invite Claire up now to sort of talk you through the next process of what we're going to do in terms of you guys telling us what you might think that the young adults of the church could do with in terms of pastoral care. Cool.
Thanks, Jack. I won't take up too much time. Yes, this is for the Young Adults Pastoral Care, but we would love to open that up to the all-age pastoral care team, with which there is one. They do primarily look after adults, which is why we are here to kind of care for the young adults as well. So if anyone has any suggestions, write it on the piece of paper, the lyric sheet, and we'll put it in this lovely spice stack suggestion box. Just what can we do for you? Do we need to offer you lifts? If you're grieving, for instance, is there something that you love from us, or do you just want to come have a chat, or do you not want to hear from us at all? That's totally fine. So just give us some suggestions, because we want to work for you guys and do what you want us to do, and not just be irrelevant. Awesome. So we'll give you a bit of time and write down your suggestions and we'll chuck it in this lovely, and they can be anonymous, they don't need to be anonymous, it doesn't really matter. We'll get together as a group and go through them and work on how we can best serve you guys. Cool. We'll give you a couple minutes.
Okay. If you're still writing, keep writing. That's totally fine. Excuse me. Well, the purpose of tonight isn't to sort of get an exhaustive list of things that we're going to do, tick them off and say, yay, we've done it. The real reason we wanted to talk about this is just to get the ball rolling and to get everyone involved, because this isn't something that this pastoral care group, which by the way, at the moment is myself, Jack, Amelia, Claire and Lisa Bosch. It isn't something that we decide and we do for everyone, kind of put in place for everyone else. We want it to be kind of, yeah, exactly right. And it's for us.
Sorry, Max, I just want to butt in as well.
Please.
Like, this group, we actually we had our first meeting like over a year ago, and at that time it was felt that maybe that group was needed more than it is now, because I think that a lot of people in the young adults community at Tuck would agree that there's been a cultural shift within that last year, and I would say, and I think we all agree, that we're on a pretty cool trajectory at the moment. And so this is really, as Max was saying, just to continue that process and to continue for it to be something that we're all thinking about. But yeah, I just wanted to give you some more context about when the group started.
Yeah, totally. So if there's anything else that pops up, anything else that you need or that you would like, or you think that you'd like to share with someone else, just let us know. Talk to us in person, send us a message, send us a whatever, because we're always happy to chat about it and to work through stuff together. So yeah, let's keep this going. Let's make this sort of an ongoing chat, because pastoral care is really important, and we want to be supporting each other, which we do really well already. But who's to say we can't do more? So I think, does anyone else want to say anything quickly before we?
No, other than if you think of anything at any point, feel free to message one of the five of us.
Or if you want to join us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Feel free.
But you're Bethel's correspondent.
Cool. Well, yeah, we're about to go grab some dinner. But before we go, if you've got any of those roster sheets, feel free to just leave them sort of at the back, and we can take those and sort all that out. But yeah, I might quickly pray and then we'll go. It's been great. So if you pray with me. Dear Lord, thanks for tonight. Thanks for this chance to gather together and to chat and to throw some ideas around about some really important stuff. I thank you for everyone in this room. Thank you for everyone who couldn't make it tonight. I thank you for everyone in the wider community, and pray that your hand is on us as we go out this week into the wide world. Amen. So yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. This wraps up the formal part of the service. The initial plan is to go to Hammond's High, but I've been told that they don't do split bills, which might make it a little bit tricky. Dinner is not on me. So someone has suggested that we get takeaway and we bring it back and we eat here, which I think is a fun idea. So 6:54, we'll probably all walk down there now, we'll grab some food and we can bring it back and eat it in the lounge.